Hello guys, in this video I want to show you some tips and tricks at 5x5 that help me get sub 1. These cases usually occur during most of my solves, so it is useful to know how to solve them efficiently. Most of these cases apply for both Redux and Yao method, but I will also show some special cases for Yao. So let's start. First of all, I would want to tell you that during this video you'll hear me saying corner centerpieces and edge centerpieces. I call these ones corner centerpieces and these ones edge centerpieces. Okay, so this would be the first trick. We are talking about solving the centers, and here by using this block and this block we want to create a 2x2 block. And how we can do that is very easy. All we have to do is bring these two here, do a U2, and then bring this small block back, and now we have a 2x2 block here. You can encounter this case from different angles, so let's say if you would find this case, let's say from this angle, you have to solve it similarly. You don't need to learn an algorithm for this case. The principle is the same. First thing, you have to move this block on another layer. Let's say we bring it here in front, then do a U2, and then bring the block back in order to create a 2x2 block. So just try to use your intuition and it would be very easy to solve this case this way. In order to recognize this case, it's just like a little snake. You can encounter it like this. You can also find it, I don't know, during your solves like this. All you have to do is to recognize this little snake. Let's say it could be either here on the left or as we have here on the right. And again, the principle is the same. All you have to do is move this little block, do a U2, and then bring the block back in order to create your 2x2 block. From here, you can extend this block to a 2x3 block, but in order to do that, you have to find another two white centerpieces, connect them and attach them to the 2x2 block. For example, in this case, I already have this one and this one. I can pair them like this and attach them to the center. And now I already have a 2x3 white center already solved. Here we have another common case for centers where we have this T here, and in order to build a 2x3 block here, all that we need is another edge centerpiece, another white edge centerpiece. So we have one here, and all we have to do is connect these two, this one and this one, with this one in order to create our block. And while doing this, we'll try to preserve this bar here. So it's very intuitive. All we have to do is put this one here. Now we will connect these two with this one, put them like this, and bring them here back. And as you can see, we've built a 2x3 block here. I strongly recommend you to learn these cases logically based on your intuition and not on algorithms. That's why I'm not showing you algorithms. So let's say, for example, this case. It's the same case that we had earlier, but in the mirror, let's say, because now we have the bar here on the right. And again, all that we need is another edge centerpiece, and this time we will connect these two with this one, like this, put them like this, and then bring them back here. And now, as you can see, we have again this 2x3 block. It's better to know this case from several angles. For example, if I would have it like this, the T here on top, and let's say an edge centerpiece here, I will solve them like this. And that's it. Let's say we have, this case is the mirror of the previous case that I've shown you. Again, we have a T on top, but the bar this time is on the right. We have a center edge piece here, and all we have to do is just connect again these two with the edge centerpiece, put them like this, and bring back the bar. It's very intuitive, and I strongly recommend you to practice this case from several angles and try to learn them intuitively. Okay, let's move on to the next case. We are still talking about centers. Here we have an L and a corner centerpiece here, and again we want to create a 2x3 block here. First thing that we have to do is, from this case, build a T here, and then from that T expand it to a 2x3 block. From here we would need another edge centerpiece, another white edge centerpiece. We have one here, So in order to create a T here, we will connect this L with an edge centerpiece, like this, do a U prime, and then bring them back. And now we have the T. Now we need another edge centerpiece in order to create our 2x3 block, and we have one here. And again, we'll bring it here, connect these two with the edge centerpiece, put them like this, and bring them back. And now we have a 2x3 block here. Again, try to think this case based on your intuition and your logic. For example, this is another angle, we have the same case, but let's say we have it here on top, and now we want to create that T. First things first will always be to attach this L to a white edge centerpiece. So, for example, I have one here, so I will attach the L here to this white edge centerpiece. And what can I do in order to complete my T? We have this piece here, so I will do like this. And now I have my T. And from here, as I mentioned before, I only need another white edge centerpiece in order to create my 2x3 block. We have one here, let's say, so I'll put the T like this, bring the piece here in order to connect with these two, and then do like this. And now I have again a 2x3 block. Let's also analyze the mirror case of the previous one. This time the L is here on the right. And again, the first things that we need to do is connect this L with a white edge centerpiece. We have a white edge centerpiece here, so we'll bring it here, connect the L with the white edge centerpiece, and then in order to finish the T, all we have to do would be like this. And we have the T. And from here we can extend this T to a 2x3 block easily. Again, we have to find a white edge centerpiece. We have one here. I'll put the T like this, but I could have put it like this also, but let's hold it like this. And again, I'll bring the white edge centerpiece here, and I will connect these two with this one, put them like this, and bring them back. And now I have my 2x3 block. So basically, in this case, all that you have to think about is connecting the L with a white edge centerpiece. Like this, and then just bring the corner centerpiece back in order to create the T. That's all. Another case would be this one, where we have a 1x2 block here, a 1x2 block here, a 1x2 block here, and again we want to extend this to a 2x3 block for the white center. And in order to do that, it's very easy. You bring this here, you bring this here, do a U2, and then bring them back. And now you have a 2x3 block. It is a very easy case. Now let me present some of the previous cases, but let's say we are in the middle of the solve. For example, here I'm in the middle of my solve using Yao. I've already built the white center, the yellow center, and the white edges, and one of the remaining centers. Now I want to build the red center, and now I see that I have a great opportunity here to create a T right here. And let's apply what we have already learned from the previous cases that I've shown you. First, let's create the T. So in order to do that, I already have a block here. All that it's missing is a edge red centerpiece here. So in order to do that, I can connect the center with the edge red centerpiece. Do like this, and then bring them back, and now I have my T. And I will hold the T here on the left. And now what is missing is another red edge centerpiece. I have one here. I'll bring it here. Now I will connect these two with this one, like this, put them like this, and bring them back. And now, as you can see, I've built my 2x3 block. Also, as you can see, while building the red 2x3 block, I didn't break anything. We still have all that we have solved before doing this. So yeah, that's it. I will talk about another case that we have discussed earlier. It's again for the centers. We want to build again a 2x3 red block here, and we have that case with an L here and the red corner centerpiece here. First things first, we need to find another red edge centerpiece. We have one here, and we can connect the L with this one like this. And then in order to create the T, all we have to do is do like this. and bring the red corner centerpiece back here. And now we have the T, and I'll put it like this in order to be easier for me to solve it later. Now all we have to do is to find another red edge centerpiece. We have one here and one here. I will choose, let's say, this one, and I will connect these two with this one, rotate them and bring them back. And now, as you can see, I have my 2x3 red block. Another very interesting case that is very common as well is this one. Let's say we have already built most of our centers. We have only 2 centers left, and we also have these white cross edges here on the left. If you use Redux and you don't have them, it's not a problem. Basically the algorithm is the same, or the solution of this case, let's say, because I won't present you algorithms. I want you to understand these cases logically and solve them intuitively. So for example, for this one, we want to solve the orange and the blue center simultaneously, and we have this case where we have already solved 2 blue lines and we hold them here on the left, and now we want to create the remaining blue bar and insert it here on the right. The most efficient way is to hold the 1x2 bar here and the remaining corner centerpiece here and do like this. First, bring the remaining blue corner centerpiece here, and now all we have to do is connect this one with these two and bring them back. And in order to do this, we'll bring these two here, connect them and bring them back, like this. To understand how easy is this case, I'll do it faster. And yep, that's it. Once you learn it and practice it, it would be really fast to solve it this way. This is the mirror case of the previous one. Now we have the 1x2 bar here and the remaining corner centerpiece here. And in order to solve them, we have to hold them like this. And the case can be solved like this, logically. First, we'll bring this one here, like this, and then we'll connect the remaining corner centerpiece with the block and bring them back, like this. We bring those here, now we connect them and rotate them and bring them back, and that's it. And now in order to see how it would look to do this faster, it would look like this. And that's it. Another tip that I really consider it is worth to mention, both for Yao and the Redux method, is after building the first 2 centers, and for Yao after also building the white cross pieces, is that when I'm solving the remaining centers, I usually try to create 2x3 blocks, and after creating those 2x3 blocks, I usually try to keep them on the left side. By doing so, when you try to solve the last bar of that center, you will only use R and U moves, and it is more finger trick friendly, let's say. It is much easier to solve the remaining bar only using the R and U moves. Let me show you. For example, let's say we'll build the red center here. So I'll do something like this. And now, after building the 2x3 red block, I'll keep it like this on the left. So now I will solve the remaining bar only by using R and U moves. So let's see, I have a piece here and this block here. So I would do maybe something like this. Like this to put this one here. Then a U2. I pair them up and then bring them here. And as you can see, I've only used R and U moves in order to solve the remaining bar. Now let's talk a little bit about edges. What I'll be showing you right now, it's only for the Yao method, and we will focus only on the last cross edge, which in my case will be the white and green. And let me show you what I want to talk about. So we want to solve the remaining cross piece. We have a block here and we need to pair these two with this one. So I'll do something like this, and now I will pair them. And what I've noticed is that most of the people usually, after solving the cross edge piece, they bring it here on top, then solve the centers back, and then insert the cross edge in its right position. It is not wrong, but there are some other more efficient ways to do that. Okay, so let's get back to this. Usually when you solve the last cross edge piece, you usually bring all the white pieces here in front of you. So after solving the edge, this is the first case when you have the white edge here on the right, but the white is here oriented in front of us. And in order to insert this one without losing time to solve the centers again, for this case you can insert the edge here like this. You do a D, an R, a U prime, an R, an U, and an R2 prime, and then a D prime. And as you can see, the centers remain in the same position and you have the edge here inserted. This is the second case. Again, we have the white cross edge piece here on the right, but this time the white is not oriented to us, it's here on the right side. So again, this edge needs to go here and we don't want to break the centers, and in order to insert this one here, you can do it like this. It would be an R prime, an F prime, an R, and an F. And as you can see, now it is inserted and the centers are the same as they were in the beginning of this process. This would be the third case when we have this time the edge here on the left. It needs to go here, and in order to insert this here without breaking the centers would be like this: a D prime, an L prime, a U, an L prime, U prime, L2, and a D. And again it is inserted and the centers were not broken. And this is the last case. We have again the white edge here on the left. We want to insert it here, and we can do it like this: L, F, L prime, F prime. And we inserted it and the centers remain in the same position. Now I want to discuss a little bit about a bad case, let's say, for the last 4 edges. This is the last trick that I want to show you. As you can see here, we don't have any matching colors on any of the remaining 4 edges. And when you have such a bad case, you can hold the cube like this, do an M prime, U2, M, U2, and now at least 2 matching colors will be on the same edge. In this case we have like 2 edges who are a little bit better from what we've seen earlier. So yeah, this is a really interesting algorithm that you can use when you encounter this bad case at the last 4 edges. After doing so, you can just hold 2 edges in front of you, bring the other 2 edges that need to be solved here on top, and start to do some cycles in order to solve all of the 4 remaining edges. Before ending this video, I want to show you how I would solve these last 4 edges. I see that I have a block here of green and red pieces. I have the remaining green and red piece here, so I'll bring this one here. I will do like this in order to solve this, but before doing this, I notice that here I have a green and yellow edge, so I will look at the other green and yellow edge, and maybe I will do something like this and replace this edge with this one in order to solve these 2. Now I would bring this one here, I will do a D, rotate this edge and D prime in order to solve this, and now I have a last 2 edges cases that I would solve it like this. First I align these 2 edges and then apply the algorithm. And now I will solve the 3x3 stage. So guys, these are the tricks that I wanted to show you. I really hope that you find useful all the things that I've shown you in this video, and I really hope that your times will drop after starting to practice all the tips and tricks that I've shown you in this video. Thank you a lot again for watching me, and see you next time. Bye bye.